Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. We are downtown on this very beautiful fall afternoon. It's sort of blustery, not blustery, a little breezy. It's breezy, but it's quite lovely down here. So at the Board of Selectmen's meeting last night, we had a variety of announcements. We had a lot of items on our agenda, so I'm not going to go over every single one of them. But one of them was an important announcement about a testing of our new emergency warning system. The test will be Tuesday, September 29th between 10 a.m. and noon. There will be a sound you will hear. It will come one at a time from each of the three sirens. One is in Matticat, one is in Sconset, and one is at the Ford Fairgrounds Public Safety Facility. They will go off for a period of 30 seconds, and then there will be an all clear at the very end. So
what does that all clear mean?
Means testing is over.
Oh, okay.
Thereafter, the testing will only be done in what is called silent mode. So really, with any luck, you'll never hear the siren again unless there is a emergency. And we're not talking about an emergency like, there's a snowstorm coming, or, that's not minor exactly, but it's a warning. It would be meant that there's something very big happening and you better turn into the radio. It's really a lot more based for visitors who, a lot of them are used to a warning siren that means exactly that. Go find, something's going on, go find out what it is. Something big.
So it wouldn't be a hurricane?
It might be a hurricane, but only if it was imminently about to hit the island.
Okay.
Like, it's not going to be, there might be a hurricane next week or tomorrow. It's happening right now.
Did you get to hear what it sounded like?
Yeah, we did.
What was it like?
Well, I don't really want to imitate it,
like...
but it's a steady, sort of high-pitched sound. It's not entirely unlike the emergency broadcast system test.
Right.
It's very much like that.
Yep.
So we had that, and the Citizen Police Academy, which is a 10-week program that we've done several times now at the police station. You learn all about, the behind-the-scenes stuff, why they do what they do, and the different types of equipment they have. I think you get to do a ride-along, maybe. And that starts, the next academy starts October 1st. So if you're interested, please contact the police department and get signed up.
You mean you get to be, what does that mean?
What does what mean, Gino?
Citizen Police Academy?
Yes.
For what purpose?
Just what I just said. To learn about how the police department works, why they do what they do, what kind of equipment they have, and you get to go on a ride-along.
And that's all you get? You don't get to be like a citizen cop?
Well, no.
Then why don't you just say that
it
makes it sound like you're joining the police force in some way, the academy?
Well, that's just what it's called, to make it sound,
I guess
okay. Many towns have a Citizen Police Academy. That's what it's called. It's a standard name.
All right, I'm learning something every day.
You should, you know what? It sounds to me like you should do it.
You know what? We need to go for a drive around anyway with one of the cops.
Well, I'm sure you could.
I know that. It's about time.
Why don't you start with the Citizen Police Academy?
Okay, good choice.
Anyway, we had that. Dave Franzuto, our emergency management coordinator, gave a quick update about the jetties reconstruction project.
Ooh.
And that is going to start with some dredging, which will start at the very beginning of October for 4 to 5 weeks. The actual jetties project then will begin sometime after that. I can't remember what he said about exactly when. I don't think we have an exact date yet, but
those people are just hearing this about the jetties. Tell us what's going to be happening now.
The jetties will be reconstructed to be what's called a half-tide jetty. If you're going in and out on the boat right now, you can see that it's underwater a lot, even at high tide. Low tide. And it's been quite a while since there's been any repair work done to it, and we're very, very lucky through the efforts of Congressman Keating and many other people to be able to have the federal government fund this project and do it for us. So
it's going to make a big difference.
Well, there's a few reasons for it. Not only is it a navigational matter, but the hope is that it will result in better flushing and circulation in the harbor and help with water quality issues.
Yeah.
Okay, other business items. I wrote these down in different order and I forgot to bring the agenda out with me, but we scheduled a hearing on liquor license violations for October 21st for one establishment in particular. We discussed fiscal 17 preliminary revenue projections.
How's that looking?
It's looking good, but let's not fall in love with the numbers yet, is the message. We're conservative right at the moment. We also talked about some preliminary fiscal 17 large capital projects, meaning $1 million and up. And we have a few we're talking about right now. Nothing's written in stone yet. A lot of things have to be refined and discussed. One of them is a replacement facility for our island home. And that's estimated to be between a $20 and $30 million project. It would not be where it is now, and I know there are some people that are very upset about that, but if you are concerned about it or have some questions about it, please attend our October 7th Board of Selectmen's meeting, at which time our architect is coming in to review the options for the facility.
But there's no chance we can keep it.
Well, in a nutshell, and there's more to it than this, but the difficulty is that you would never build a facility like that today. It's outdated. That is not the model that people build anymore. And it's too small. It's way too small to meet any current codes, regulations, standards, things like that. The footprint of the site will not allow for the construction of a new building and concurrently the continued operation of the existing facility. But more importantly, the new building couldn't fit on the current footprint. We would have to acquire adjacent property that is not owned by the town right now. So even if we could somehow cram a new facility in on that site, the current facility would have to be demolished in order to make way for the new. So that means the residents would have to be relocated somewhere for that period of time. The staff would be laid off for a period of time. And
they'd have to be taken care of somewhere, the residents.
Yes, but I don't know where.
Okay.
I don't know where they would go on the island unless they're going to go back home somehow. I mean, there's no nursing home here besides that.
Right.
So that's obviously challenging and very problematic. So we have been talking for a couple of years now about rebuilding the facility at the Sherburne Commons site, which is logical considering what else is out at that site, the assisted living facility. So more discussion to be had, and October 7th would be a good time for people to come and hear what is being talked about.
That's going to be a big meeting, I have a feeling. You're going
I'm
to hear
sure
from
it is.
a lot of people about that.
We already have started hearing from people. Some of them have understood the problem. I mean,
so what happens
we
to the site
we even
then?
had some people say, "Oh, well, maybe you can phase it and we can help you rebuild it."
Yeah.
You can't. This is nursing home codes require systems and building and equipment and things that the average citizen can't get together and have an island home raising, like a barn raising. It's not at all like that.
And we own that,
yes,
don't we?
The town owns it and runs
what
it.
if it was private?
Then it wouldn't really be our problem.
That's right. Is it possible that the town could sell it to someone privately?
I don't really want to step on the third rail here.
Okay.
But I guess the answer to that is anything's possible. We've looked into the economic feasibility of a private firm in the past. They can't make it work.
No.
It's not big enough.
Right.
And is there a demand for a bigger facility here on the island?
Right.
I mean, not really.
And what happens to the property? Would we sell it?
Well, I think we would, this is just me talking, this hasn't been discussed or anything like that. What in the internal discussions we've had so far, we would negotiate something in all likelihood with the land bank.
Okay.
So I don't think the idea of the Board of Selectmen anyway would be to sell the property to a developer, for example.
Right.
And in any event, if we were going to do that, we would have to go to town meeting and seek the voters' approval to dispose of town property.
Sure.
So that's Island Home. Some of the other big capital include a new municipal building at 2 Fairgrounds Road.
Ooh.
Or, new idea here, we've been talking about the possibility of combining the water company, water department, admin with the other admin offices and have one facility over at the water company property, which potentially could free up space at the 2 to 4 Fairgrounds roadside. Yes.
That's a nice property.
It is. Very nice. But this is only preliminary.
Right.
It hasn't been, the Water Commission hasn't voted on it yet. I'm not even sure to what level they've talked about it. The selectmen haven't really talked about it very much. I introduced the idea last night after some discussions with the water company manager. But again, we're in the very, very early stages of this.
Right.
So that project may or may not even be ready to go to town meeting in 2016. And we also are very, very mindful of putting too much on the warrant for voters to approve, financially.
And you still got to put on the warrant about what we're going to do with this building here.
Well, that's not going to go on the warrant for 2016. No. I don't think that's going to have to be put out a bit. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, though, what the board decided a few months ago was let's focus on a new municipal building out at the 2 Fairgrounds or Mid-Island area. Well, they said 2 Fairgrounds at the time, and so now we may or may not be revisiting that. And that's where town admin would go, the finance department, all the plus offices, and some of the ancillary smaller departments like human resources, perhaps natural resources. And then the board pretty much said we would retain the 16 Broad Street building where the town building is now, and perhaps do some renovations interior so that the state could have additional space. And then the 20 South building is really sort of unresolved right now, although we do have some ideas about it. So that's sort of where we are with that right now. There's also potentially 2 sewer projects that would be on the warrant. The board is discussing betterments. So the abutters would pay for a portion of it through betterments, and the town would pay a portion of it through taxes, not sewer user fees. And there's a Matticat Somerset Warren's Landing project, and there is a Monomoy, what we're calling the plus parcels, which simply means additional parcels in the adjacent to Monomoy Mid-Island that are not connected to the sewer system right now, that would become connected. Those are large ticket projects. Those are around 60 million and around 24 million. We do qualify for low interest loans through the state, so that saves quite a bit of money in the long run. But the financing of it and the public outreach hasn't really started yet on those because the board hasn't totally finalized the betterment percentages, which I think they are intending to do on October 7th. Those were some things. On October 7th, like I said, we're doing the Island Home, we're doing the capital recommendations and additional review. I think we're also going to have some discussion about what's called a 40R housing development. And the planning director came to the board already in July to review that. They've asked him to come again in light of the recently proposed 40B project. And they may or may not have some discussion about that. We haven't finished that agenda yet, so I'm not sure. And I read in the paper today that the Richmond group has submitted a 40B. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know about that yet. But if they have, then my understanding is that they've completed the first step, same as the Surfside Commons, which is to submit their application to the state. The local comment period has not started yet on that, nor has it started on Surfside Commons. What else?
That's about it, huh? Now we got next week is off.
Next week we're off. No Board of Selectmen's meeting on the 30th, but after that, which is the 7th, back to every week.
That's exciting.
Is it?
Have you liked the extra the every 2 weeks?
Have I liked it?
Can you get a lot done?
Is the Pope Catholic?
Oh, you must be very happy, by the way. The Pope is here. I meant to text you and just enjoy it with you. Are you happy about it?
Yeah,
I am too. I'm not
I am.
a Catholic, but I like him.
Yeah, he's
great.
He's a good guy. Yes.
Excellent guy. I wish he would come to Nantucket, though.
Gino, come on. That's insane.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
No.
No? Too much?
Too much. My God.
He's only 45 minutes by air right now.
Can't we all just look at him online?
I'd like to meet him.
Would you?
Yeah.
Well, you could probably go to wherever he is today.
That's true. I could go to New York City.
Worm your way in.
He's in New York tonight.
Just watch it on TV.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't sound irreverent, but I can't even imagine what
it would be like.
What it would be like if he came here.
Really? What if he just did it and just came without telling anybody and just came over?
Oh, okay, fine. That'd be great.
all right.
But
You don't have to make a big spectacle
yeah,
of
but
it.
that's not likely. Anyway,
We could drive him around in my truck, and that would be his Popemobile.
that'd
I
be
could
cool.
interview him.
Yeah, but what about all his bodyguards and stuff?
They could run alongside.
They've been
We go
running
slow.
alongside. I've seen that. You got to be really fit to do
You
that.
sure do.
Yeah, and then if he goes off the reservation for something,
Right.
you know, it seems like he sort of tends to do that a bit, which people love,
Yeah,
which is
I know.
really cool.
It is.
But in this day and age, you got to be really careful.
How about that little car that he drives, the little Fiat that he's...
It's so cute.
The guy's just so...
Did you see there was an article in National Geographic recently about him? It was like a behind-the-scenes article at the Vatican.
I
and
saw some of the photos.
very interesting.
Incredible.
I read it. It's
yes.
really, really incredible. There are a lot of like group-looking people walking around.
Well, this is the time of year where ordinary people can come out here. The rents are a little cheaper, you know. They come out in their groups. It's that cool. The weather's not too hot.
Yeah, it's great today.
A lot of retired folks.
Really, really nice.
Very nice.
I wanna say best wishes to someone.
Okay.
I want to say best wishes to Glenn Fields, the school business manager, finance director, and his last day is coming up in the next week or so. And there was a very nice. I was not able to make it, but there was a nice reception for him earlier this week at the school. We wish him all of the best and thank you for his service to the school and the town. So
That's great.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Libby.
Oh,
I
some
guess-
CSOs. Should we make them walk by us?
Are you allowed to talk to them?
I don't know. Probably not.
So those,
I mean,
one's a cop, though.
I think I'm
one's
allowed
a
to talk
CSO
to him.
and one's a cop.
The other one I think is a reserve officer.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to distract them.
No, I understand.
Well, plus they'd probably say, who are you again?
They don't even know who you are.
Probably not.
Nope. You keep a
Try to
low
maintain
profile,
a low profile.
Libby. Yeah, real low.
You know, well, never mind.
All right.
Okay, what else? Is that
That's
it?
it.
All right, so are we doing the show next week? Or
We can. If there's something going on, we'll be there.
okay, well, so we don't have a meeting. So
We'll see.
we'll see. Stay tuned on that. We'll keep people